Hello, everybody. We're back with Ken Dombrowski, executive life coach and master hypnotist. And today we want to have a conversation about narcissists. It's been a very popular topic these past few years. And I was just wondering, from your perspective, what are some of the lesser known signs that you're dealing with a narcissist?
Well, that is really a great one. That's a big topic because the topic of narcissists, it almost seems never ending because it's constantly evolving to keep up with modern day society. Now, if you go back 50 years ago, you could tell a narcissist real easy because they were loud and pushy and bossy, and they would never apologize for themselves even if they did something wrong to you. I mean, it was very clear. Oh, that person's a narcissist. You can just tell. But then what happened is over evolution of time, last say 50 years or so, we've become a lot softer society, more polite, more civilized. So we're not putting up with those loud, grandiose, very brash and awful sounding type narcissists. So that old stick just didn't work anymore. People were calling them out, and they were finding themselves, wondering, why they don't have anybody to control and manipulate. Well, so then they evolved into that more softer side. So it used to be one narcissist, grandiose and loud. Now there's so many different subclassifications: stealth narcissist, covert narcissist, the passive aggressive narcissist, the dismissal narcissist,
Victim narcissist.
victim narcissist. Yeah, it just keeps on going. It seems like they're inventing a new way to be a narcissist pretty much every month now. But some things to look out for, they're going to be a little less known. They just kind of seem like these shouldn't matter, but they do, because when they stack up over time, that's how you identify. So if somebody exhibits one of the things I'm about to discuss just once or twice, I would dismiss it. I'd say I'm not a narcissist. But when you start noticing, you look back over the last couple of months or several months or a couple of years, and you notice a patterns of the dismissal. That's one of the worst things you can possibly do to someone, is just simply dismiss them, their needs. Somebody says something to you and you just don't even respond. That's a dismissal, which is, of course, it would be a kind of part of a passive aggressive. So we want to think about, like, if you send someone a text. This is a good one I like to use. Send a friend a text, or someone you think is a friend or associate of some type, and they just don't respond. Well, that's not just rude and inconsiderate. That's really, they're dismissing you. They're basically rejecting you in that moment. But you might dismiss their dismissal as just like, oh, well, they were probably just too busy. But if you really think about it, I don't care how busy you are. I'm super busy. I know Lauren is super busy, but you're never going to have a situation where Lauren doesn't get back to you. We're going to get back to you, even if it's just to get back to you to say, I'm super busy, I can't talk right now. That's just that tiny consideration. So other things are going to be, you might want to be able to be on the lookout for, is just people they're nice with a combination of being kind of held back. So they might have nice words and gestures, but they don't actually ever act or behave in a nice manner. So they're going to talk about being nice. It's going to be kind of it's all words. There's nothing actually behind it. So you kind of get a sense that, oh, yeah, this person's nice, but I know that I could never ask them for a favor, because the answer would just be no, or not even, they won't even say no. They'll have 100 varieties of explanation as to why they can't help you with something. Or even more, go back to dismissal, say, oh, well, let me get back to you on that, and then they'll never get back to you. They've just dismissed you. So there's going to be that niceness that just doesn't seem real or genuine.
Yeah.
Genuine, yes. So that one is going to go right by you. You're just going to automatically assume, I understand this person's busy and I'm not their biggest priority. But it happens again and again and again. There's a pattern. Other things you can look for in narcissistic behavior that just most people aren't going to notice is going to be just the way that this person talks to you. They kind of talk in circles. They kind of talk to you, a lot of repeating. People who repeat a lot, now doesn't mean everybody, because there are a lot of people in this world who just don't feel heard. They may have grown up in an environment where they were dismissed as a child and they'd never felt heard. So now as an adult, they don't feel heard. So they're going to repeat things a lot. I know I do that because that's how I grew up. That's my environment. But it doesn't mean that you're a narcissist. But when they're doing it in a way that's always just seems to be leaving something empty there. It's just that they're repeating themselves, but there's really they're not really saying anything. So you can kind of start to think about that. Well, wait a minute. That person just talked to me for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 20 minutes, and I still don't really know anything different or more about them. Okay, that's kind of a subtle way because it's just a means of keeping you at a distance. They don't want you to know anything about them, but they want to know what they can about you. Because what they know about you, they can always use against you at some other point. So therefore, they want to make sure that they limit how much you know about them. So they don't give you straight answers. They might just repeat the same simple phrases over and over again that really don't give you anything. So there's a couple of things to look for in what we might call a stealthy or covert type narcissist.
Do you believe you're dealing with a narcissist? Check out some of our earlier videos to see if they fit.